I want to say what's up, everybody. I'm sorry that I didn't post a story time for last Friday because I was actually doing the video that is going to come out next Monday. So I'm going to tell you guys a little different story time for a few reasons. One of the reasons, hold on, I got to turn down Johnny Test. One of the reasons that I'm doing this story time is because it's special to me in a lot of ways, and I don't even know where to actually start with this one. So I'm going to start from the beginning, and I do mean I'm going to start from the beginning. So March 6th of 2023, to be precise. Sorry, March 6th, 2023, to be precise. And the story is about the dog who is currently, as you guys can see, going to be on the screen the whole time. Well, that's who this is about. Her name's Carmel. She picked me, and when they say that dogs pick their owners, it actually is a true known fact because it's happened to me twice. And I do mean it's happened to me twice. There's a video that I have from a while back called Goodbye Roscoe. That was the first dog that I ever owned, and he had chosen me, which was really cool because I always thought that those things were myths. Well, they're not myths to come to find out. They're actually true. But Carmel was born on March 6th of 2023. My sister's wedding was March 23rd. And my dog was still, Roscoe was still around at that time. He died on the 28th. But Carmel was there. I didn't know it at the time until later on through the year that Carmel wanted me. She was supposed to go to somebody else, a dude, but it didn't happen at all. He said one thing, said something else, said something, did this. Something I didn't think. Still, I sound crazy for what I'm about to say. I'm very aware of this, but was dogs can transfer. Well, not transfer. My other dog Roscoe and Carmel had this little connection, saying, "Hey, take care of my mom, please. I'm gonna be going soon. I want you to take care of her." I felt like they had that in some type of connection. No big deal, right? Well, that's what I felt like they did on the 23rd of March. Well, after the wedding, came home. It was a Sunday. My mom's like, "Hey, we're home. We made it safe. No big deal." My mom's like, "You need to come over because Roscoe's not doing fine." And I was like, I couldn't go over there simply because one, here in the Tri-Cities where I live, the bus stop at 6:00, and the downside of that was I had to take the bus back home myself, and I couldn't do it, and it broke me. Well, the next day, my mom was like, "He's doing a little bit better, no big deal," but then he's still on a limb. Well, Monday night, he had deteriorated and got worse. No big deal, right? That night, I had a friend of mine come over, and the objective was this person was supposed to stay 2-3 hours and then go home because I was like, I have to go to Tri-City. I have to go somewhere else tomorrow morning to go see my dog. No big deal. Well, that didn't exactly happen. This person kept me up until 3 a.m. I slept in past my alarm clock. I was pissed. Okay, I'm going off a little off story. By the way, I'm gonna start with that about my dog Roscoe, and this goes into Carmel. So hold on. But like I said, they kept me up till 3 in the morning. About 6 in the morning, about about between 6 and 6:30 in the morning. He woke up, took off. No big deal. He said, hey, we're taking off. And I was like, I have to rush myself to Pasco, where my parents lived, and because I live in Kennewick, but I had to rush myself to Pasco to get to my dog. Well, my mom had messaged me and told me and said, hey, we're just going to let you know, I've been at the vet since 6 o'clock. Can you come sooner than expected? I was so tired that I forgot my wallet, had to come back to my house, then went out front, was dawdling. I was tired, I was out of it, no big deal. Dawdling to the bus and angry about it. Because this person kept me up till 3 in the morning. Well, I missed the bus. I couldn't go at all. I was ticked. I was pissed. There were so many things that had pissed me off about this that I never forgave myself. And I understand it's 2024, going to be 2025 soon. Along with the process and the way I have forgiven myself. Well, after that, I kind of closed my heart off to wanting to believe that the dog chooses their human. I blocked that off because I lost my dog Roscoe. I blocked off a lot of other things in my life, and that's one of them. The other thing that I had done was I got different animals to fill that void of not having Roscoe around, because that's when I go to my parents' house, that is what I would enjoy doing, is going to see my dog, not seeing my parents or hanging out with my little sister. It's no offense to my family, but I go over there and hang out with my dog Roscoe. Well, I didn't have an enjoyment of going over there anymore because he's not there. So I'm like, it kind of immensely sucked a little bit, if you want my opinion, because not only did I not get to see my best friend go, but it's just, he wasn't there at all. Well, to go forward, I went to the beach with my family. Of course, Carmel and her siblings went, no big deal, because I still had to be around their family. Well, at the time, which was the first week of April, which was spring break, that we ended up going to the beach, took all of the puppies with me, no big deal. A lot of dogs and so many humans. There's about 6 humans inside of one little yurt, which is really small, and so many dogs with like 5 puppies, which is like, it was funny, okay? 5 puppies, 5 girls, whatever, and so was Carmel. Well, sorry, I ended up kicking my mic, folks. Well, at the time, I still wanted to keep my heart guarded and not get another dog. And continue to fill the void, feeling like, hey, I'm going to get this dog and do the same thing. I'm going to get this dog, do the same thing. And I already had 2 of my own, and they both did not want me. They didn't choose me. They hated the crap out of me. And that's putting it lightly towards my own self. Trying not to hurt my ego, but it's the truth. Well, in the process, after that, they got bigger. They started opening their eyes, whatever, right? Well, let me phrase words. At this time, they had their eyes open. At this point, they were just venturing their horizon, whatever, and they had to go to their home soon. Well, at the time, Carmel has a sister named Rosie. At the time, this person was like, hey, I'm not going to say names for personal reasons, but this person's like, hey, I'm going to come get the dog. I'm not. He's dealing with family issues, and then this. It happened from the middle of May to about the middle of June, and my sister was getting ticked about the fact because this dude wasn't wanting to take this dog, which was Carmel. And, of course, my sister named Carmel, off topic a little bit more, she had named Carmel after the caramel M&Ms. The May just kind of fit, and I never got the full story on why that was, but May just kind of fit in with it. So it's pretty cool, in my opinion. But I went to stay with my sister. I was only supposed to stay, to go forward, at the end of June. I was only supposed to stay with my sister They came to pick me up on Thursday. I was only supposed to stay with them till Sunday. Sunday, they were supposed to take me back home. That's not what happened. Instead, I ended up staying with them Thursday until Wednesday, which was interesting, by the way. Hold on. That whole week when I stayed with them, I had a blast. I got to hang out with my sister. I got to soak in some totes. Whatever. I did a couple of routes with my brother-in-law, which is newspaper routes. Those were fun to do, with a bunch of other fun, tastical things, okay? And I enjoyed every single moment of those. Not gonna lie. But every single morning, my Carmel, and in this picture, she's actually the same. Well, not the same, but in this picture, I had taken her 2 days after I had her home, by the way. And that tells you how little she is. But I'm getting too far ahead of myself. But every morning, when my sister and all of us were just, slowly waking up, enjoying the warm air, whatever, because the cold air, because it was cold outside. No big deal, right? Well, to come to find out, every time Carmel would bark, Zoe would tell her. She would keep doing it, and I'm like, Carmel, shut up. And eventually Carmel stopped barking. When my sister would tell her, she wouldn't listen whatsoever. So I was like, whatever, just listen to me. Just hang out with me, whatever. And my sister would hang out with these dogs, okay? It's Carmel didn't listen to me. She didn't even listen to my brother-in-law. That says absolutely a lot, by the way. But throughout the week, I'm like, I don't want another dog. I can't do this. I can't continue to fill the void of having another animal come in my house. I can't physically do it. I can't. Eventually, we go forward. The night before, which was the 30th, Carmel was just having a ball with me, having some fun, whatever. She's listening to me, and I went from the living room, shot up like a rocket, went to my brother-in-law's room, my my sister's room, and I said, I want Carmel. They're like, well, the person still wants her, but at the same time, and my sister's like, well, they keep throwing us around, like, we're going to come get her, we're not, like, repeatedly over and over and over again, and my brother-in-law is like, ask me in the morning, and then confirm in the morning before we go, and then let me know. So I was like, okay, I'm going to think about it. I'm just going to think about it. Well, to come to find out, the next morning, I was like, yep, nope, I want this dog. I pulled her out of the kennel. Basically pulled her out of the kennel, and I told her, okay, you're coming home with me. I can't. I went to the store, got some money off my card, went back to the house. Everybody was still awake, and I'm getting motivated, whatever. We went and put them in the kennel, and I was like, I'm handing you this money. I want this dog. I want her. There's no end of her buts about it. Well, after that, we got home, and I had to go do a few errands with my brother-in-law and my sister. No big deal. Along the way of that, to back up a little bit, I had ended up watching Carmel and her sister for a few days, and I know they say dogs are, like, playful and stuff like that, but Carmel would mainly go after my toes. Rosie would not, but Carmel would. And I don't like my feet being messed with at all, I'm not gonna lie. But this little dog took her mouth and bit my toes, and it hurt. I do mean deeply, deeply, deeply hurt. But to go forward, like I said, catch you up. The first night I had her, she was a little scared, no big deal, got over it, would go with me. And I was like, okay, here's the deal. I'll take you up and down the staircase a few times. I have staircases where I live, and there's, like, little cracks inside of it. So I'm like, I'm going to take you carry you up and down the staircase a few different times just to get the feel of it, whatever. The first time I let her go up the staircase by herself, she sat there and looked at me. She's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm scared. And I didn't blame her. Like I said, in this picture that you guys see on my screen is actually how small she is. She's She's a Chihuahua. She's a little bit bigger now, but that is the size I had to teach her to go up and down the stairs, which was interesting because my sister lives in a trailer and has the same thing, but she always carried her out and never let her walk down. But now I have no issues getting her outside, going down the staircase. Now she acts like she's big and bad when she goes outside my door. But I'm getting too far ahead of myself. One night, this is where the story takes one of those deep, deep turns in my life. It was about November, and there's moments where I have panic attacks. If you guys have watched my mental health video, you'll understand. But there's times I had a panic attack. I had let the fact of my dog, Roscoe, build up and build up and build up inside of me. I never grieved at all. Some people grieve differently, but I never grieved about my dog, about Roscoe. And it's November, and I'm beating myself up. I'm not having it whatsoever. So I lay on the ground. I'm like, okay, I'm going to cry. It turned into a panic attack. This little dog, Carmel, comes over to me, and she starts licking me. She starts licking me, licking the inside of my nose. And I was like, go away, go. I was pushing her away. No big deal. I was like, okay, no, I don't want you to come over to me when I'm having a panic attack. Well, normally my panic attacks can last anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes long if I can manage to not get my... Basically, if I let my panic attacks control me, I can be in a panic attack for 20 minutes, which is very dangerous, by the way. I do not recommend it. But it's like this time, it was only 5 minutes long. She got me out of one. And I was like, okay, you're a little dog. I don't like this at all. That you're getting in my bubble and you got me out of a panic attack. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to sleep. Sorry, I kicked my mic again. I'm going to go to sleep and then see what happens. I woke up. She's right there next to me, still right there next to me, wouldn't leave my side. So I'm like, okay, you're this little dog. You're not supposed to do this crap. Only big dogs are. Well, eventually along the way and everything, she would detect my stress when my stress was getting way too high. And then when I was feeling like I was having a panic attack. So she turned into a pet and then a emotional support animal, and now she's turned into something much, much, much bigger than that. And honestly, like I said, when they say the animal chooses the human, they do mean the animal chooses the human for a lot of reasons. So if you're gonna go see a litter of puppies, let that dog choose you. Cats are just bipolar, or have their moments, but let that dog choose you, not you choose that dog, because it will not work out. No matter what you do, it will not work out at all. Well, to get back on track, I thought I had somebody message me. Sorry. To get back on track, I am in 2024, and there's so many times I've practiced having a panic attack. She's pretty much been there, done the same thing, whatever. No big deal. Gone with me a lot of places. One of the funny things, I got to record it one day and put it on my YouTube channel as a short, is when it comes to my mom's truck. My mom has a big truck. It's an F-150, okay? And as soon as she sees any F-150, she thinks it's my mom's truck, and she'll attempt to go inside of that truck. There's about 3 different times that she has done that, which is absolutely hilarious. And by the way, I'm going to do a disclaimer here. Please, if you see me walking with Carmel, please do not ever come up to her and pet her, because she is doing her job. She is working. Please don't ever try to kidnap her or anything like that, because that is my baby. I will do anything for her. And if anything was to happen to her, I would be probably spending so much to get her back. So there's that part. Please, if you ever see me in public, please do not touch her out of respect. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. But like I said, she'll hop inside my mom's truck. She almost did it like 3 times. Whatever, hops in somebody's truck. One of the 3 times was a car. It was like a little Toyota Camry, is what it was, and it was funny. I was like, Grace. I was like, Carmel, that's not Grandma's truck. You can't go inside of a random person's car. And she's like, oh, and she just gave me this look. She's like, she's sad, she's crying, whatever, no big deal. Well, along the way of it, she soon would just hop inside my mom's truck like it was nothing. She is this little Chihuahua dog that hops inside of my mom's truck like it's nothing. And sometimes it cracks me up, sometimes it scares me. The times that it scares me is when my mom has my window rolled down and she'll fly out, but it's only when my mom's parked. She'll fly out of my mom's truck. When you're a little dog, they say that they got like fragile bones. Sometimes I'm concerned that she's going to hurt herself, and my mom's like, "Don't let her jump out, whatever." And I'm like, I'm trying my hardest not to, but it doesn't help when she flies out the window and I'm walking away because she's trying to do her job. Which, it's a little funny if you want my opinion. Everybody's got their own, but it's a little funny to me. Well, recently I have been a little annoyed with her because she's been in my bubble. I was sick for about 2 weeks, still uploading videos when I was sick. Stress kind of got to me a little bit. She's following me around. I got a little ticked at her. I was like, leave me alone. But then I have to remind myself she's in my bubble because she cares. Because she wants to make sure that I am okay as I'm okay. Well, to go with what I said in the beginning, the dog chooses the human. I feel like, in my opinion, you can have your own. I really don't care whatever opinion you want. You can have your own opinion. But Carmel has done so much more to me. Well, let me phrase my words. The same amount that Roscoe has done for me is the same amount, but goes above and beyond more than Roscoe has ever done. And along the way, I finally had eventually decided, okay, I'm going to give this dog a chance, whatever. And I did. And I'm telling you right now that the dog is my everything. She's my best friend. And she's currently right next to me as we speak. But this dog means the world to me. And no matter what anybody can say, anybody can have their opinion about animals choosing their human. My dog, Carmel, chose me in so many ways. And I'm happy that she did. And the last thing I have to say to end this video is, I've said it a million times. I don't know how many times I've said it in this video. Let that dog choose you. You don't choose that dog. And eventually, I'm going to do a regular video of all of the crazy things that me and her do during the day. Eventually, I'm going to do a day in the life of a dog. Because I am running out of video ideas, but I'm eventually going to do a day in the life of a dog, which would be featuring Carmel. But I really hope and pray you guys like this short little story of my dog Carmel. I'm going to keep doing it again. I'm sorry I missed last Friday. I really am sorry. But like I said, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend to be precise, and then look out for my video come Monday. The video that I did Monday, that is going to be uploaded Monday, I did a lot of phenomenal things. First time getting out of my comfort zone, videoing in public, but I'm not going to get too much into that. So, like I said, have a beautiful day, and I just recommend it. Stay you.